I wanted another try, second try with that maple fireboard. So I got everything set up right here. Let's see if I can get it done. Right, that was 60 passes. I'm already starting to get some of that punk or that char down there. We'll start driving it a little bit here, see what we get. Again, common thistle smells so good when it starts to heat up. All right, I'm thinking we got us one. Again with the maple board. Common thistle, couldn't do that the other day. My hands wouldn't have it, they're fresh. All right. Let's get our tinder put on the leaf here. Get some of our lightweight stuff there. Let's get a little pressed down mat. Being very careful with my little ember here. There we go. Look at that, it's a beautiful thing. All right, we'll put some of this dust on it. It's just consuming that really, really quickly. That's nice. Yeah. All right. Now let's raise this up a little bit. We interrupt your program with a special message from Level 3 Readiness. So yeah, wrong for over a year now about my favorite hand drill spindle. I hate to have misled. That's why I hate to be wrong, because if I say something publicly, people think that's what it is. But thankfully, a friend in the UK questioned me about my hand drill spindle and talked about the thistle, and he was like, you know, where I'm at, it's just not like that what you're using. And so I found it flowering. Let me put that picture up right now. And so you see the nice yellow petals. Yeah, and I've seen it before. Had my hopes at one time that it was goldenrod. Of course it wasn't goldenrod. But you know, with the app I was using to identify things, it's where it led me astray. It misinterpreted the data that it received, matched it with other things, and then told me that it was common thistle. And I'm not sure if I had a picture at the time when it was flowering or not. But anyway, I digress. I wasn't sure about it because at one time I thought it was, I'll put the name of it right now because I'm not familiar with that one, Joey Pieweed or something like that. But it wasn't that either. What is it? What is this incredible smelling hand drill spindle? By calling it common thistle, I robbed it of its glory. It is in fact known more across the land as yellow crownbeard. That's a worthy name for a spindle that smells so sweet and works so good. My apologies for leading anybody astray or causing anyone to question the realities of other plants that they have in their areas. Like I said, I hate being wrong. I hate leading someone astray. I was confident that it was common thistle, but nothing about it was common. Not its performance, not its smell and aroma. And what I found out about the yellow crownweed, it's renowned in the southeast US for people doing bushcraft and primitive fires. I don't know how I didn't know that earlier, but I didn't. Bow drill, all the woods I was using, spot on, knew all of them. Hand drill, I started delving into weeds. All right, I'll be honest again. All I knew of weeds is that they weren't wanted around here. And now I look at them as potential gifts for projects and fire making, etc. So that's the story of how I allowed the software and apps lead me astray, give me false confidence in calling something common when in fact it wears a crown. A yellow crown beard. So that is pretty cool. So that's what I'll be using from now on, the right term for my hand drill spindles. Now the dog fennel, spot on. That one was an easy one to identify. But going forward, I'll make sure I vet the materials I'm using before I go out and announce this is what I've got and this is what's performing so well for me. Because if someone had, even here in the southeast, had found my video and went out and identified a true common thistle and then tried to dry it out and do a hand drill and failed, I would feel terrible. I really would. Because again, I want to make sure I'm giving good, solid information. So I'll be going back on all my videos and putting a disclaimer, putting it on the thumbnail, something about, no, it wasn't common. It was yellow crown beard all along. I kind of like that, so that's kind of what we will go with probably, unless I think of something better. But anyways, guys, thanks for joining me. Thanks for listening to me ramble about my lack of knowledge and improper statement of what I was using. Improper identification of what I was using really was. So, hey, let's just do better next time, right? Hey, thanks for your understanding. Thanks for your support. Now back to your regular scheduled programming. There it is. Goodness gracious. Man, so this right here would officially be like a third attempt at getting a fire with the common thistle and the maple fireboard. So we just let that there gonna burn out and get that put down over here. All right, that's a quick one right there. Level 3 readiness, remind you, finish what you start, finish strong. Be ready for anything, because it's coming. Level 3 out.